warm up in here quite a bit. So I'll be right with you, okay?
Okay.
Hey Jake, I'm Stephanie. Can I get you water or anything?
Yeah.
You want some water? Okay, I'll be right back. We'll be in just a minute here.
Jake, here's a water.
Thanks.
So this is Stephanie. I don't know if you guys met.
Yeah, I just stopped in.
And I'm Tony. I already told you that we're both investigators with the Yonkers Sheriff's Office. You don't have to talk to us. You probably know that. You've been arrested before.
In Minnesota?
How long ago?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Exactly.
You have any kids or anything?
My girlfriend and her son.
Okay. Is it Jacob?
Yes.
What's your middle, Jacob?
Daniel.
Spell MCPHEETERS.
MCPHEETERS.
What's your date of birth, Jacob?
July 24th, 92.
Do you have a phone? A phone?
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
952
Okay.
652. It's 3210.
When's the last time you slept?
Last night, and a little while ago.
Okay. So you're rested. Normal state of mind. You seem a little groggy.
I'm just tired, my back hurts and cold.
Okay. Well, this isn't going to take too terribly long, but we'd like to pick your brain a little bit about what happened today. I don't know, potentially if you can help yourself out a little bit as well through the process. But you're in custody, so we have to read your constitutional rights, your Miranda warning. Are you familiar with that? Or you've heard it before?
No.
You never have. Okay. You read and write English?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of a formality, but we have to do it if somebody's in custody and we want to talk to them, okay? You're on probation right now.
Yeah.
For what? Drugs?
Yeah.
It was 5th degree possession, right?
I believe so.
Alright.
I wasn't told what my current charges are a year.
For a year?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you haven't been charged yet. We can get into that. But again, just like I said, I have to read you these, okay? So before I ask you any questions, you have to understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning, and I have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during any questioning if you wish. And if you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you can stop the questioning and remain silent at any time. Do you understand all those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that in mind, do you want to continue our conversation?
Sure.
Okay, can you see the sign right there, Jacob? And that's my signature below as a witness. So you're a mechanic? Is that what I understand?
Yeah.
What do you fix? What kind of stuff?
Man, cars.
Yeah. Do you work on just about anything?
Yeah. It all goes together the same. It's all nuts, bolts, metal, plastic.
Sure. This car here is kind of a classic you got on the trailer. What's the deal with that? Is that your car?
Yeah, it's mine. It was sitting in storage, and then I found out somebody had went on the lady's property it was on and went through it, and I don't even know what's missing, what's in there. All my windows were down when I went and picked it up, and it's just a disaster.
Where was it being stored?
Initially, where I picked it up, it was in Richfield, down in the cities.
Okay, do you live in Richfield?
I live in Bloomington.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
The metro area pretty much my whole life that I remember.
How long have you been dating, is it Samantha? How long have you guys been dating?
A couple years, just about.
Okay. So you're pretty tight. You mentioned she has kids that do you take care of them or help her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we talked to her, obviously she's upset because she's in jail, and I certainly understand that, but, there can be some give and take in this conversation. I don't know what all you know. You certainly don't know what, if anything, I know at all. But we're just trying to kind of get to the bottom of exactly what occurred today. So you're driving Eric Schweitzer's truck.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Eric?
A friend Mitch that passed away, and my dad.
Mitch?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
It's Corn something.
Is he from over here?
I don't think so. I think he was from down in the cities. I met his son in school at one point.
Okay.
I just crossed paths, and he wound up taking a different route than I did in life, so I just more or less stopped talking to him. And then later on, turns out my dad knew Mitch, and then somehow, some way, big world, small place type thing.
How did you end up with Eric's truck?
Oh, he brought it down, so he brought that and a trailer down so I could bring my car up and put it in storage.
Okay. Then did he take your vehicle back home or something, or?
No, he had somebody I never met with him before,
Okay.
and that person gave him a ride back.
Okay. Was that Dan?
No, I don't think it was Dan, it was somebody else.
Okay. But you never met that person?
But no, sir, I haven't.
What kind of car did he have?
It was some little turd bucket white car. It was like a little Toyota or something or other.
Okay. What'd that guy look like?
He reminded me of a farmer, I guess you could say. He was
Okay.
kind of short. He had there was like a distinct tone to his voice. I never met him. I only heard him talk to Eric, and all I could half attempt to make out what he said is something ready to go. It was kind of like a real scratchy voice, and I couldn't hardly understand him.
Okay.
And that's all I heard.
And that was on Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, how come you waited so
Right.
long?
What is today?
Today's Wednesday.
It was Saturday. It was between Saturday and Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come you waited so long to use the truck and trailer to come up here?
I was having problems getting the car out.
Okay. Then finally you get the car out, and then you guys decide to road trip here and take it to this Wayne guy?
That's my friend Kat's uncle.
Okay, and how did you run into him?
Wayne?
Yeah.
Through Kat.
And
It's
Kat
her
is,
uncle.
Kat's a female?
Yes, sir.
What's her real name?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay.
It's just, she's been Kat since the day I met her. That was a little while back.
Okay. You store anything else at Wayne's?
I was asked to bring a couple other things up there at one point in time.
What,
And
like
then,
what?
there was a trailer, and then there was another trailer.
Okay. What kind of trailer? Like these kind of trailers, like what you're hauling now, or a different kind?
One was an enclosed one, and then one was another open one.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, maybe 6 months ago or so.
Okay.
It was still nice out, I think.
Who asked you to bring those up?
There's this guy down in the cities, and he just said, "You have room in your storage? I'm out of room at mine. Could you bring up a couple of trailers?" And I thought they were his. So he didn't give me any reason to think they weren't, so.
Friend of yours, or?
Not really, it was just more of like a civil contact thing, just like, hey, just kind of trying to be nice and help.
Sure.
You ever transport a RV type trailer up here? Like a recreational vehicle, like a camper?
No,
Never.
never had one.
Okay. What about a snowmobile?
Snowmobile,
The yellow one.
I heard they're fun to ride, but
You don't have one?
no,
You ever brought a yellow one up here to give to Ernie or drop off for Ernie
no,
or Eric? Okay. So you've had the truck since Sunday. How much stuff in the truck is yours?
Not a whole lot. I had a DeWalt tool bag. And I had a DeWalt tool bag with a few miscellaneous things in it. And that I took out of my storage. That was like the last thing. All the clothes, those were the last things that were in my storage because it got broke into, ransacked. As you can tell, there wasn't any bins or anything for it.
Where is your storage at?
My storage, I don't have a storage anymore. All that was sitting outside on a pile.
At the storage unit?
Yeah. It wasn't a storage unit for say, it was more or less a lean-to.
Where is that at?
It was in Richfield. The lady sold the house.
Do you know the address?
Not offhand, I don't.
Okay.
It was a nice lady. She lived there a long time.
So, specifically the DeWalt tool bag,
And most of the stuff in the back of the pickup, like the chains and whatnot, and jumper cables, the motor, all that was just stuff I thought I'd need if I was to break down or get stuck, and then the motor was for a car, the Volkswagen I have.
how long have you known Wayne Gertner?
Not long.
Okay. Like 6 months?
If that, I've only met him a handful of times.
He seems to have an interest in getting a hold of you. What does the RN stand for in front of his name on your phone? You don't know?
Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
You don't know, you just put it there.
I just honestly, I've been asked the same thing by several people, and I don't have an answer for you.
Just random letters that you decided to put there.
Well, actually, it's been on there since it got put in there, and it was and I don't think that's that Wayne. I don't think that's Wayne from
Oh, it's a
this
different Wayne?
is, yeah.
Okay. What about Dwayne? Do you know him too? Wayne's twin?
I don't recall any twins.
Oh,
I know some twins down in the cities, John and Jeremy.
but not over here.
No.
Okay.
Um,
Your girlfriend, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, what do they look like? Because I know there's one guy, they showed up in a little, like, Prius almost looking car at one point, and they looked identical.
Mm-hmm. You guys don't really look that much alike, but I think they are identical twins, but they don't look a ton alike. So, one's taller and thin, one was a little bit short, stocky, but it's probably not relevant.
I think I have met him.
You think you have?
I think I met him through Mitch.
Okay. So, your girlfriend said that she's kind of a weed smoker, likes to dabble in marijuana a little bit, and some items, and said that on occasion you guys use some methamphetamine, and you use like a hot reel piece,
Yeah,
and that was in the truck as well. You know whose that is?
that was mine.
Okay. And there was a couple clean bubbles with about a 1/4 ounce in there. Do you know
That
whose
was
that?
mine.
Yours? Alright, did you have any larger quantities than that in there?
No, sir.
You
I
sure?
had my life savings in there of cash. And it should be just under 10 grand. That's my life savings right there.
Where'd that come from?
Just saving over time. I've been trying to save up money so me and her could get a home.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't seen any significant quantity of meth in, I want to say, 2.5, 3 years when I started probation down in the cities. I wasn't able to get far enough to access my storage to go through it and get rid of anything and everything from my old lifestyle. Honestly, I didn't even know what was going on with all this, and I've been trying so hard to get done with the lifestyle of just unnecessary stupidness, I guess. I've been trying to just, that's why I'm with her. I want to be on the right path.
Well, she seems like a nice lady.
She is. She's been doing a lot to keep me out of trouble. I didn't even know what I was doing, if I was doing anything wrong. I just trying to help somebody out with some storage.
Okay, so I'm just gonna level with you, all right? There's 65 grams of methamphetamine in the truck. When we're done with our investigation, I think it's gonna be abundantly clear that you were well aware that that meth was in there. You know, I'm not gonna BS you. So we need to have, you know, if we're gonna be honest with one another, we need to be honest.
I am honest, and that's a lot. It really is. I know that from my old lifestyle. But honestly, I didn't have a chance to go through it, and I wanted to. I wanted to just tear the thing. I just wanted to go through everything, but I didn't have time because I wanted to get him his truck back so he could go to work and this. And then I just want to get back down to the cities for Thanksgiving for the kid tomorrow.
Okay, so let me just back up a little bit, okay? So we have 65 grams of methamphetamine, roughly, okay? We have roughly 10,000 in cash, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm getting at here? I mean, it's, to me, think about it from my perspective, all right? The methamphetamine is in a bag that you described as yours.
I didn't know it was in that bag.
There's a 1/4 ounce in a different bag, wrapped up with a couple clean bottles.
I know about that one. I didn't know what was in the DeWalt bag. I just thought I had my last missing tool in there. My little impact.
Bunch of empty gem bags. Cleans. Not rigs, but gem bags.
Oh, for sorting jewelry and whatnot?
Or putting meth in for sale.
No, I don't sell meth.
Alright, well that...
I'll admit, I was an addict, like a terrible addict. I was really deep into it, but I've been trying to get off of it.
Here's what I think. I don't think you sell meth either. I think you mule it. That's what I think. That's what my training and experience would tell me, is that you're muling dope, and that dope probably today was coming over here to one of the Gertner boys, the way it looks.
No, honestly,
I mean, they've called probably 40 times since you've been in custody. You know, they're pretty worried, especially if there's 10 grand.
well, I don't know. That's my life savings, honestly. But the amount of meth, I wasn't 100% sure. But I was told the doors don't, if you lock the door, you gotta make sure you unlock it before you get out and go away from it, because the locks are all fucked up.
On the truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been unlocked the whole time I've had it.
Well, he has it since between Saturday and Monday in your tool bag.
Well, the tool bag, like I said, it was outside in the pile with my clothes and then all this other miscellaneous crap. Granted, there was 2 separate piles. Like I had like my jumper cables and the motor and all that. That was all. They were nice enough to throw that all in one pile, and then the clothes and everything else they just threw in another pile, and just right in the way of me getting the car out. And the place is just a disaster when they moved out, and I honestly feel bad she had to move. But I'll do whatever I can just to make sure my girlfriend makes it home for Thanksgiving.
Well, you gotta start with being honest. I mean, nobody leaves $1,000 worth of meth into a bag outside under a tarp. That didn't happen. Yeah, you're not gonna sell me on that.
I'm not trying to sell you anything. I was just picking up my mess. That may have not been my DeWalt bag, but I picked it up and I threw it in there anyways. I'm not sure 100% who put it there, but I know I was supposed to bring the truck back up here with the trailer that was dropped off to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was told that if I could take all my belongings that were on the ground, I could just leave them with the car, and Wayne or Dwayne would come and pick them up for me and throw them in a bag and make sure everything's clean and whatnot, and then I could head back to the cities after I got my clothes.
How are you gonna get back to the cities?
And Eric was gonna give me a ride.
Do you have a car of your own? Besides the one on the trailer?
Down in the cities I do.
Okay. You need on the stolen stuff, I'm not really up on that.
Well, so Jake, help us help you here, okay? The stuff, the trailers that you brought up there, they're stolen, obviously, okay? Who'd you get those from?
They are not mine. I was just asked if I had a place where I could store them.
Mm-hmm. But asked by who?
This fellow in the neighborhood I grew up with, his name is Highway.
That's his nickname?
I believe so, but that's how I've known him the whole time I've known him.
Okay. Where is he from?
It's down in the cities.
Okay, do you know an address?
I haven't seen him in a couple months. He's given me work in the past just to put a motor in this car, just brakes, just odd mechanic jobs. But last time I talked to him or heard from him, he was moving to River Falls.
What's his real name?
His real name is John something. Like I said, I just met him in the neighborhood. I'm not close friends with him.
Okay, so John Highway gives you both these trailers?
No, he doesn't give them to me. He just asked me if there was a place that I could park them for him.
Okay. What about the skid steer?
As far as I know, that was his in the trailer, and the other trailer, as far as I know, those were all his.
Okay, so he gave you both of them to store.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't give me any inclination to not believe him.
Well, let's be real here, okay? You know the kind of people you're dealing with. You know the kind of friends, quote unquote friends that you have, right? You had no idea that these were stolen trailers?
Not at the time, ma'am. I did not.
Okay. So somebody like Highway, who does odd jobs mechanic stuff, can afford a big enclosed trailer. I mean, it's like a 24-foot enclosed trailer, right?
I don't know.
I'm looking for honesty. So, and you're giving me a little, but you're not giving me much.
I'm not sure exactly what he does for a living. He's just sent people that he knows that have needed jobs done. I'm not exactly sure what he's done for a living, but he seemed like a person I did not want to be on the bad side of.
Well, and that's my next question for you. Sam's scared shitless. If you say you want to help her.
I want to help her.
Help her, help yourself, help us. Are these people that you're afraid of? Okay, well, talk to me. What can I do to help you? Where do I need to start? We're dealing with a lot of people here. Where do I need to start?
I don't know. I just want to know what I can do to get her out of here and myself, if possible.
Well, how's Schweitzer involved in all of this? Is he giving you trailers and giving you stuff to store too?
No.
No?
He just let me use his truck, because I don't have one.
Okay. Have you ever...
He sold my red Ford out from under me.
Okay. When was the last time you were out to Schweitzer's place?
Oh, God. It was months ago.
Do you remember what went on when you went there?
No, I went there to just talk to him and figure out what happened to my red truck. And
What red truck? Is it like a little Ford Ranger or a...
it was a 3/4 ton Ford. And he said that somebody stole it, but I heard from one of the guys that look similar. I don't know which one's Wayne, which one's Dwayne, if that's their names. Which, judging by all this, is a very good chance it is. One of those two said that he sold it, and I don't know why he sold it.
Okay. So one of the two guys, probably Wayne or Dwayne, got it from Schweitzer.
No, one of them told me that he sold the truck.
That Wayne or Dwayne did.
Yeah, one of them told me that Eric sold my truck.
Okay.
And then Eric is telling me that somebody stole the truck.
Okay.
And in the long run, Eric gave me his old dually because he got the white truck.
This one that he just borrowed you?
Yeah.
Okay. So he gave you the white dually?
No, he had a maroon dually.
Okay.
And then was supposed to come up and get the truck, and that one was gone. So I don't know what happened to that one. I think he moved it from where me and him last saw it. I think either he moved it or somebody he knew took it and moved it.
Okay.
But I just gave up. It's like everybody's out to just give me the shaft, I guess you could say.
Well, low man on the totem pole, you think? You're the guy, you're the scapegoat? You think that's what's happening? They're using you?
Yeah.
Well, it's working at this point. Can you help us to catch them?
If I can, I will.
Okay. Well, let's start with the 65 grams. Let's start right there. Who gave you that? And who were you supposed to get it to?
It was a highway, I believe. He put it in the pile of stuff behind the car, and I was supposed to leave all the stuff that was in the pile. Some of the clothes were mine, some of the clothes were his.
Okay.
I don't care about clothes. I just want dry clothes to wear.
Sure.
That's all I wanted to go back home.
Sure.
So I wasn't even gonna bother going through it. I didn't go through it. I literally picked it up, threw it in the back seat of the truck. And I just told him, just throw it in the truck, and then when you get up there and put your car off the trailer, just throw it all in the car. And somebody else will come by and pick it up for me.
He didn't tell you who was coming to get it?
No. But I think he may know that Wayne, Dwayne, and Eric, he may know them somehow. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So, Jake, are you currently homeless, or are you living in Richfield or something? You living in an apartment?
I stay with Sam a lot of the time, or I stay with a friend, Tom.
Okay, okay. So you don't have your own place then?
No, I used to.
Okay. And Sam has her son all the time, or no?
Vast majority of the time,
Okay,
yeah.
so not like she has them most of the time and then the dad has them like every other weekend, something close to that, or?
He goes to his dad's pretty much on the weekends, but if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't have to.
Okay, how old is he?
I want to say he's 7 or 8.
Okay,
I'm not exactly sure.
So old enough to voice his opinion on where he wants to go and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I love her and her son. I love her son like he was my own.
Yeah, and I'm not questioning that. Sam's scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. She knows now she's not going to get to go see her son for Thanksgiving. I'm not placing blame on anybody. She's not placing blame on anybody, right? We're just trying to get to the bottom of it. Again, you help me to help you. We can all work together here. Tony's been doing this for years, okay? Years. He's the guy to talk to. I'm not going to screw you over if you're working with him. I can help out in any way I can help out. My biggest thing right now is those trailers. I think somebody stole them from somebody else who stole them. I think they've been stolen for quite some time. I think there's kind of a roundabout deal with that. I don't think you stole them.
No.
I'm not looking to charge you with theft, okay? I'm looking to find the person who actually took them. Like he said, I think you're a mule. I think you're that scapegoat. You're that guy that, hey, whose name is going to be connected to this stuff? Yours. Make sense? See where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So, what more can you tell me about Highway?
He's a biker kind of guy. For some reason, I haven't actually seen him on a motorcycle per se, though.
Okay, but he's got the biker personality, wears
Yeah.
leather. Is he part of a gang that you're aware of?
He's mentioned a club. He never said a name, he just said a club.
Okay.
I do know that his wife is black though, and he's a white guy.
Okay.
I do know that he's, I don't know, I think it's kind of weird, but
Do you know his wife's name by chance?
I do not. I've only met her once, and that's the only reason I know that she was his wife, because he said that was his wife.
Sure.
It's like, I don't have anything wrong with that situation, because Sam is part black herself.
Yep.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It's just something you don't see very often.
Sure. His wife, is she a heavier set woman or a thinner woman?
She's a thinner lady.
Thinner lady? Okay.
Where are they from?
Down in the cities, as far as I know.
You know what city though?
I believe in North Minneapolis.
North Maine?
And you think he's the one that slipped you the drugs?
No, he's just the one that told me that all the stuff there, just all the clothes and whatnot, just throw them in the truck, and then when you drop your car off, just throw them in your car, and somebody will come and pick them up.
When was that?
That was, I want to say, Friday.
Last Friday?
Yeah.
You didn't have the truck yet last Friday.
And he said it.
That's when he said it.
He said it was going to come down.
And then when did you go get the stuff?
The stuff that was in the pile, I finally made it there Monday evening.
Okay.
And you picked it up from where?
Oh, the truck and the trailer was brought.
No, the clothes and stuff, the pile of stuff.
It was down in Richfield.
And that's at Highway's house or no?
No, it was at a place my dad used to live at.
Okay.
And it's just a lady's backyard. My dad used to live in the garage.
Okay. And your dad has since passed away, correct?
My dad's been dead for
a couple of years.
Something about 5 years or so.
Okay. So you're working on cleaning up the property, right?
I did lawn maintenance and whatnot for the lady that owned the house, or
Okay.
I believe she owned the house.
Okay.
I did all the outdoor work pretty much for her. She was a nice lady.
What was her name?
Her name is also Samantha. She's an African American lady. She has a son that's handicapped. I'm not sure of her last name, but how I know her is because my dad lived there.
Okay.
And she said it is basically as long as I maintain the outside and just keep up with the lawn, the snow and everything, that I could park my car there and just more or less casually go through my dad's things that were in the garage, which I was almost done with.
So let's walk back to the 50 or 65 grams, and specifically the big bag. Who was that supposed to be delivered to? Or who was supposed to pick it up?
I'm not sure. I was told to just leave it in my car.
And you don't know who was going to come and get it?
No, sir. The only people that I'm aware that I've ever encountered were those three.
Okay. I'm going to grab something right back.
Are you familiar with the name Richard Dentz?
No.
No.
Oh,
Taryn Colwell? Female?
no.
Named Taryn? Okay. Specifically back to the trailers that were brought up. There was a trailer with a skid steer on it. You brought these two trailers up in two separate trips, or you brought them up in one trip with somebody else driving too?
I believe separate trips.
Okay, so trailer with skid steer. Where'd you get that one from?
That one came from highway.
That one came from highway. Okay.
And
Enclosed. Go ahead.
He told me, and he actually met me where I picked it up.
Okay.
I picked it up on the side street in Richfield.
Okay. Right, like he towed it to there and then you grabbed it from him and took it, or was it at a house?
It was actually at City Park, and there was a green F-250 that it was hooked up to.
Okay.
Except he was telling me that truck wouldn't make it, and when he moved that truck, I could tell it. I honestly don't think it would have made it.
Not meant to tow that much?
Well, not meant to be on the road, honestly.
Okay. The truck. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. The white enclosed trailer that you brought up, do you know what was inside of that when you got it? Did you ever look inside? It's not locked.
No. I
Okay.
can't say I did.
Okay. How,
It seemed like a fairly light trailer when I was towing it though, so
okay. So not something that would have had a couple snowmobiles in it?
I don't think so.
Don't think so?
I
Okay.
mean, the thing, it towed like crap, honestly.
Okay.
And like it was really swayed. It didn't seem like there was much of anything in there.
Okay. Okay. And where'd you get that one from then too?
That one came from some guy named Matt that Highway knows.
Okay, so you didn't deal with Highway directly for that one?
He was there.
Okay, but Matt was the one who had it, and where did you meet for that one?
That one, it was a bit further south. It was in Shakopee, I believe.
Okay. So, when Highway has these items and he wants you to get them, does he call you? Does he text you?
Honestly, I don't even have his phone number. I'm usually just going about what I'm doing and I'm usually just working on something. Generally, it was over at my dad's old place. I was always out there making ruckus and noise, and
he just shows up?
like he lived somewhere in the area at the time. I'm not exactly sure where.
Well, Jake, okay, so
But
you understand why I'm being skeptical right now. You don't have his phone number, you just happen to meet him on a side street in Richfield and take this trailer from him.
He would approach me as I'm bringing crap out and loading it up either in the trash can or in the scrap guy's trailer.
At the place where you work?
At the place my dad used to live.
Okay, so he would go there. Is that right in town or out in the country?
It's a small little town. The city of Richfield is only like a 3 by 5 mile city.
Where's his phone?
He's on your chair.
On my chair.
Yep.
Just about every time, he would be walking by and just.
So he lives in Richfield then too?
He did. The last I heard and the last time I saw him, he said he was moving to River Falls.
Okay.
Can we turn the temperature up a little bit?
I don't think we have access to that. We don't have access to that at all. We can, for the most part, kind of wrap this up. I'm just, like I said.
I want to do whatever I can so she can get home to her son.
Right. Well, biggest thing is we're going to need to know more about 65 grams. That's how you can help yourself.
What do I need to do?
Well,
what can I do to help that?
Well, that's more his thing than my thing.
Do you mind if I look through this real quick? Well, because I don't believe you and I want to kind of cut the bullshit to see if I'm wasting my time or not. So basically, I just want to look in here and see who you know and who you don't know and how much bullshit you've been feeding us. Because I'm kind of, here's the deal.
I'll unlock it for you.
Alright. Well, I already know your passcode. It's 4288, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the problem I'm having here is this, alright? We've got shit to do tonight. And you're not being honest with us. I've got enough to convict you on 65 grams of methamphetamine, seize $10,000 in cash, truck and trailer. Probably a fucking car sitting on the trailer. That's my belief, okay? I'm trying to not do that.
I want to do whatever I can to help.
Well, and Jake, I'm telling you right now too, what we've got tonight is on top of the fact that I have you in possession of stolen property. And could ultimately get you on theft as well. That's why we're asking you to be honest.
I didn't know the stuff was stolen.
Again, and that's where I'm saying, the people that you deal with on a daily basis.
I don't deal with them on a daily basis though.
Well, but he's coming up when you're working at your dad's and he's asking you to pick up a trailer. Well, you know him from his background.
No, I don't know him from his background. That's just the community of the type of people he tried to bring me around. Okay. My old lifestyle, I've been trying to get away from it.
I totally understand. Totally understand. Okay? I get that. It's hard to do, right? I've worked with our drug court participants for years.
He knows I was in a motorcycle accident too, so I have memory problems and I have a lot of physical capability problems.
Sure.
And he knows that.
Okay.
I think he's been taking advantage of me.
And I'm agreeing with you, and that's what I'm saying. I think you're being used in multiple different ways, whether it's helping out a drug dealer, helping out a thief. That's what we're looking for.
So it looks like you're trying to sell an enclosed trailer or steal one.
Where? In the conversation with who?
It doesn't say who it is, it's got a phone number. So,
which we can check easy enough.
I mean, honestly, Jake, this is the part where I just say, fuck it.
Can I see what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, here, there's a conversation. This one.
Oh,
And there's trailers, you're taking pictures of houses. There's trailers right there.
that's not me. Those are received messages.
I get that, but you're
That's
still
from,
conversing, right?
that's from Kat's boyfriend.
What's his name?
His name's Andy.
Andy is coming this way. You have a device inside. Okay, I can arrange one. Bulb. Okay? So that means you're gonna get somebody high, right?
I was asking him for a pipe to smoke.
Well, I get that. I mean, I'm not, yeah. That's my point. And you're denying, I mean, you're gonna get high with someone, you're gonna meet to get dope, but then by the same token, you don't remember where this dope is going to today. I mean,
I was told to just leave it in my car.
Well, I think we both know better than that.
No,
You've missed.
honestly, I was told to leave it in my car.
And then who's gonna come and get it?
I don't know, because I was told to return the truck to Eric and get a ride back home.
All right.
When I received the truck, I was on the understanding that Eric was going to give me a ride back home.
And RN Dan, who's RN Dan?
It was just a phone number from one of those three. They called me fucking a couple times. That was about it.
Jake, you make me feel like we're wasting our time.
And
We're about ready to walk out. If you can't help us, then we're not willing to help you.
I never met Dan.
Well, what does the RN stand for? If the RN is in front of a couple people's names,
It's in front of a pile of names.
stands for something. Don't tell me I don't know.
RN, it was, RN,
Are they plugs?
no.
Okay.
RN was just more or less a pocket input when the contact was being saved. And this was a while ago, and this was all the people that I know in Wisconsin.
RN Eric, RN Dan.
And
RN
those
Dan.
are all the same people, just their new phone number. And it copied them all. And I thought I got rid of the old phone numbers, but I didn't. Like, I'm sure if you look at Eric's phone number, you'll see that that was a past phone number of his.
I guess my view at this point is that I think you need to sit down and decide where you want to be on this deal.
I want to try to help you guys.
Well, and I can tell. Let me tell you something right now. When we found last summer, and this is no bullshit, a $35,000 trailer and a $10,000 snowmobile on one of your buddy's properties. You want to know who they fucking pointed the fingers at? I'll give you a hint. I'm looking at them. That case hasn't even come down yet. Then I got you with $10,000 in cash and 65 grams of methamphetamine on a clean canine sniff. You got problems. You got problems. I mean,
And now you've got Sam in on it.
What's a clean canine sniff?
it means that the dog sniffed the car and that it's a good stop, and he had every reason to do what he did. It's hit on the car, and we find a bunch of dope, including a real piece that you say is yours, 7 grams that you say is yours, and 59.5 grams that you say is not yours. But you're supposed to leave it in the car, and somebody, mystery man, was going to pick it up.
I was supposed to leave all the clothes and all the bags in the car when I dropped it off at storage. Highway was with me the first time when I went to Wayne's, when he was with me and showed me pretty much and told me where to go to bring the...
He's in your phone under Highway?
No, that was honestly an ex of mine that I've been trying to keep in contact with. I mean, I
think we let him maybe just take a few days and come back on and maybe try to talk on this
But
Friday or something.
the girlfriend was his daughter.
Okay.
The girlfriend is whose daughter?
my ex-girlfriend was Highway's daughter at one point. So I'm sure you can use that phone number to get a hold of them.
Under Way High,
Yeah.
that's the daughter of Highway.
Used to fool around with her a while back. I haven't really talked to her too often. I've talked to her once since I started dating Sam. Other than that, it's been her dad that's had the phone. And if he didn't call me, he just walked over and I was dealing with crap like I was saying. I was throwing in the scrap guy's trailer, just going about whatever I was doing over there. And he'd just walk up, start shooting the shit. But I'm pretty sure that he's taking the phone over from her.
So that's now his phone?
That's what I'm gonna presume. Just due to the fact she was calling me every day for the longest time. And then I was ignoring her.
Which, you good to be done for now, or do you have anything else? Okay, I'll walk him back. We're gonna walk you back. We'll probably try to talk to you again tomorrow or Friday, okay? If that's cool. I want to go through a few more things so I have a little better idea of what I'm talking about and what I know about.
Think over what's in your best interest.
What can I do?
Well,
What can I do to help you guys?
You do control delivery. You can do control buys. You can be honest with us right now.
I guess I could do that.
Do what?
I'll make a control buy for you.
Who are you gonna buy from?
Well, I'll get a hold of Highway.
How much can you get from him?
Well, honestly, it's been a while since I've gotten anything greater than just over 2 ounces.
How much can you do a KP for?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. But last time, probably right around $1,600.
16?
I think it was something like that.
Do you know Michael Den? No.
More or less, I was just told A to B, and I'd be on my way.
Okay.
how much were you getting to do that? How much were they paying you to do that?
To do which one?
To take items from A to B? Or did you get meth out of it?
They'd only give me like maybe a few grams of meth, but this was after the fact that it was already done, said from A to B, and then they just give me a few grams of meth, and then at one point in time I got $1,000 out of it. Other than that,
How much did you have to deliver for $1,000?
for $1,000, I honestly don't know.
You don't know what was in it, just a package?
Yeah, they just gave me a box or a bag and just said, as long as this gets from here to here, when you get back, your payment will be here, either with them or at pretty much said location. They never told me where until I got back to town and I called them or tracked them down and just saw them. Sometimes they'd have it with them and they just give it to me right there, or they wouldn't and they'd tell me, it's over here, it's been there for you for a couple days. It's like, well, how the hell am I supposed to know where it is if you don't tell me?
So do you ever get paid beforehand?
No.
It's always after the exchange or the transport is done, correct?
Yeah.
How often do you do this?
Not often.
Like weekly?
No, I've only made a trip up here 3 times.
It's Wayne. You wanna answer it?
I will next time he calls, just because I wanna know what I can do. I'm not sure how you guys wanna go about.
Well, I'd like to see what he has to say, but.
See what he has to say, as in,
Well, it's not, I mean, it's, yeah, it's probably not gonna work. Let's
well,
do,
no, how do you?
Why is Wayne calling you?
cause he wants his dope, right?
He could be one of the 3 that are supposed to pick it up from the car. That's the only thing I can think of why any one of them's calling me so much.
And this dope came from Highway.
Yeah.
Okay. And Highway's John with the black wife, but you don't know his last name.
Correct. I don't know.
Is it John Holm?
Maybe.
I'm gonna get some photos for you to show and see if we can figure out who Highway is, okay? But we're not gonna do that tonight, and then we'll go from there, okay? But I mean, you have to be a little more lucid, not lucid, but a little more honest than what you're being. I mean, you're kidding. There's too much smoke and mirrors here. If we're gonna have a relationship, it's gonna have to be, here's the deal, and I told your girlfriend this, and I think she believes me, but I don't fuck people over, all right? And I'm a no bullshit guy. I tell you, here's what I'll do for you. This is what you gotta do for me, and then that's it. And there's no negotiating. And I won't screw you over, and if you screw me over, we're done.
Oh, what's the deal?
Well, I don't have that yet because I don't know everything we're dealing with. Because I don't know if you don't catch it, even the stolen property stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't know anything at all. All I know is that I know, in my view, after 25 years of law enforcement, that I can send you and your girlfriend to prison for a long time for being in possession of $10,000 and 65 grams of methamphetamine. I am confident of that. The last guy that I sent that had 65 grams of methamphetamine got 13 years initial confinement. That's a stretch. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. I'm a no bullshit guy. That makes sense? So let's have you go get warmed up, get some lunch.
Honestly,
We'll talk to you again, okay? Because we both have shit we need to do, and I'm going to be working another 4 hours.
honestly, down there in the cities, they didn't know it, but the only reason I had 10 grand with me is because I wanted to be done. I just wanted to be able to go back down with Sam after I freaking dropped off my car. Honestly, I gave up.
Well, nobody carries their life savings around with them, right?
I didn't want to go back. I wanted to talk with Sam on the way up and tell her I wanted to leave. I wanted her and her son to come with me.
Let's talk tomorrow, right? Just again, I don't want to cut it short, and I want to give you all the time that you need, but I have another project I have to do tonight, and it's a holiday tomorrow, and we both have shit we need to do. But we'll come and talk to you. Fair enough?
Is there any way that she's gonna make it to her son?
We can't let her out. I mean, she's got to see a judge. Even if we only booked her on the weed, she still couldn't get out because she doesn't meet the local bond requirements.
So what's that?
Means she's got to be from here. It's a felony because she has a prior.
I can't take the charge for her.
Not at this point. I mean, we can work on something like that. Fuck, you do what I know you can do for us, and we'll get rid of the charges. But I mean, I already know what you can do. This isn't the first time I've heard your name. I mean, you know that, right? I mean, I explained that to you before when I was talking about the stolen trailer and the snowmobile from last summer.
What do you need me to do?
Well, it's like I said.
I honestly, I don't care about myself. I want her to be with her son on Thanksgiving.
Well, we can't though because there's no judge. There's just no way we can do it. There's not a judge available.
She won't see the judge till Friday.
Neither one of you will see a judge till Friday. I don't even know what charges we're looking at, to be honest with you. You know, I kind of came into this blind a little bit. So, but I'll work with you. And maybe she can see the judge, maybe she can see her kid on Saturday. You know? Maybe I'll try to hold one of you guys on cash and one on a SIG bond or something like that. I don't know. I'll talk to the district attorney and see. See what they say. But as far as the dope stuff, I'll work with you all day, but you gotta be honest, that's it. And you can't use, show me your, inside of your arm.
Oh, these are from welding. I don't touch needles, I never
Alright,
have.
so that's not, you weren't back.
No, this is from welding, it was a hot piece of slag, went down my sleeve.
Okay, nope, I believe you, I mean, you don't have any track marks anywhere else, so.
No, I don't like needles.
We're gonna scoot you back, I know you gotta turn the birds. And I got that other thing, so. Can you shut the door?